All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have been waiting for. Richie Joplin and Patrick Pieper on the front row. Kirk Marble and Clay Kirchenbauer on that second row. Colby Whipple and Cody Kennedy on the third row. Blakey Pooh, Snickerdoodle Boo Boo, and Tyler Ott on the fourth. Edmund Jones and that guy round out the top 10. Brian Hewitt starting in 11th with Aaron Brill in 12th. Jeremy Edwards 13th. Jacob Morgan 14th. And Dustin Slover in 15th. Despite numerous drivers using a drop race here tonight, some of these drivers could come out on top. It could be a huge points night. And as always, as DJ has pointed and Blake and several others have pointed out, we celebrate Richie Joplin's birthday every day. Today is his 59th birthday of 2024. Happy birthday, Richie. He's finally older than me. Just waiting for the last couple of drivers to take to the grid. Hey, thank you for the stars, Pete. And thank you for the follow, Blue Wolf. Everybody is rolling. Now this is the NASCAR version, so they do have that NASCAR chicane on the front straightaway in addition to the bus stop on the backstretch. Things could get very, very interesting out here tonight. Turn 1 will definitely tell the tale. A lot of different braking points, and I heard several of the drivers were adjusting brake bias, adjusting everything they could here coming into this one. And as the brakes wear and the tires wear, times are falling off. Tires are going to be huge tonight. We'll talk about that more here in a moment, but pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They are down and away in Daytona. And a drag race into one. Richie Joplin clears. Side by side out of turn 1. Jacob Morgan had a problem back behind. He has not even made it to the start line yet. Blake Viken has had a problem back behind as well. Into the second horseshoe, led by Richie Joplin. We'll take a look at all the lap 1 incidents at the end of the lap. Let's see who survives to the end. Edmund Jones already up 2 spots into 7th. Jeremy Edwards up 4 spots into 9th. Cody Kennedy starting to move forward. He is up into 5th. Richie Joplin leading, Pieper in 2nd, Kirk Marble in 3rd. Out of the bus bus stop, Richie Joplin. Hey, good evening, Kenny. Good evening, Kenny. A lot of drivers having problems back behind into the NASCAR chicane on the front straightaway. People all over the bumper, Richie Joplin. But Richie will lead lap number 1, and let's see the events of lap 1. We mentioned Jacob Morgan didn't even make it to the start-finish line. Looked like he might have had technical difficulties coming through the NASCAR chicane. Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo headed toward the International Horseshoe. Rhino Colby's bumper checks up, but back on the power just goes around right in front of Edmond. Brian Hewitt also having a problem here in the early going. Oh, just a bit outside. Manages to slide it back into place. Dustin Slover has also had a problem. Slover out of NASCAR. Looks. Oh, he just overshoots the chicane there. And Patrick Pieper has gone to the lead. Looks like Richie Joplin has had a problem. Richie had opened up a bit of a gap after turn 1 into the International Horseshoe. Same thing we saw a moment ago out of Viken, just on the power. That back end does not want to grip. Richie dropping all the way back to 7th. So Patrick Pieper is now out front. Now, one of the things the drivers talked about here tonight, they are having tire wear issues. We have seen the problems with the grip. A lot of guys having problems getting out of that International Horseshoe. After just 10 laps, the drivers were missing 10 to 20%. They were having 10 to 20% tire wear, and lap times dropped by over 2 seconds. They are going to have to be extremely careful with the tires here tonight to make them last. They go about 12 to 14 laps on a tank of fuel. So they will need green flag stops here tonight. Pieper already opening up a 1.7 second lead. Clay Kirchenbauer now up into 3rd. Cody Kennedy in 4th. Edmund Jones in 5th. Edmund up 4 spots. Oh! Edmund gets a little wild in the bus stop. Richie Joplin back on the attack in 6th. He's going to take that spot back. Colby Whipple now back in 7th. Tyler Ott in 8th. Jeremy Edwards up 4 spots now into 9th. Blake Viken holds on to 10th. That guy currently sitting in 11th. Aaron Brill in 12th. Hewitt in 13th. Dustin Slover in 14th. And Jacob Morgan in 15th. Patrick Pieper is the guru of stock cars on road courses. It is definitely showing here. He's already got a 2.4 second lead, and it's growing rapidly over Kirk Marble. Clay Kirchenbauer in third, still has Cody Kennedy in fourth, right on his bumper. Cody definitely knows how to get it done on a road course as well, but we have seen Cody running GT3 cars, but these Xfinity cars are a whole nother beast. That guy has had a problem back behind. Coming back out onto the NASCAR oval. Oh, just on the power. That part of the track is extraordinarily slick as everybody's putting the power down there. Quickly recovers, but loses a lot of ground. Colby Whipple also having a problem. Whipple coming into the NASCAR chicane just overshoots entry, has to come to a stop. Watch him, Whipple. Now watch him, Nene. Peepers lead holding at about 2.6 seconds over Kirk at the moment. Clay still right there in third, 5 laps into this thing. Cody Kennedy in fourth. Richie Joplin in fifth is still closing the gap. Richie now to fourth. Cody has had a problem. Tyler Ott has also had a problem. Cody coming out of the second horseshoe. On the power, loses the back end. Tyler Ott just comes through that little left-hand kink and overshoots it. And that guy has had a problem. That guy headed into turn 1. On the power, snaps loose, and whoa! Gets it woed up, but loses more ground. Does a donut. Now he gets it going the right way. Richie Joplin now at fourth, trying to close the gap on Clay Kirchenbauer. Biggest problem we're seeing here tonight, and we've seen it a lot, drivers getting the power down in these cars. They've got a lot of power, not a lot of grip. Well, Tina, he changed his name so that I would have that to read and not jinx him. That was the explanation for the new That Guy name. Oh, Peeper on the power in the lead. Looked like his back end tried to step out. His lead now 3.6 seconds. It's growing every lap. Jacob Morgan has had a problem. Oh, Jacob just overshoots entry into the International Horseshoe. And then Jacob coming down toward the bus stop. Gotta be careful. Just on the power, back in, slides out. Even Kirk Marble coming out of the NASCAR chicane there was getting a little squirrely. Drivers trying to settle into a rhythm here. Everybody is finding a consistent pace. Richie Joplin, though, he is on maximum attack, and Edmund Jones doing everything he can to stay with him. Richie Joplin is setting some blistering lap times, trying to regain what he has lost here. He is 2.8 seconds behind Clay. And that gap is closing. Clay in third, now 7 seconds back from second place Kirk Marble. Patrick Pieper continues to lead and grow his lead. You know he does not want to see that lap 20 stage break. Dustin Slover has had a problem. Dustin was actually coming back out of pit road. He had been on pit road a moment ago. Down into the horseshoe, Blake comes by. Looks like he just checks up to let Blake by. Meanwhile, out front, Pieper continuing to extend his lead over Kirk. They're both pulling away from Clay Kirchenbauer, and Richie Joplin is closing quickly on third place. Edmund Jones tried to stay with Richie, but that has not worked out. He is now over 2 seconds back. Cody Kennedy currently sitting in 6th. Colby Whipple in 7th. Jeremy Edwards in 8th. Blakey Boo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo in 9th. Tyler Ott currently runs in 10th. Pieper just continuing to pull away tonight. His lead now 4.9 seconds over Kirk Marble. It is worth noting that at the stage break lap 20, all lapped cars will get a wave around here that will put Slover back on the lead lap, that will put anybody else that Pieper gets by back on the lead lap. But I don't know, with the pace that Patrick Pieper is setting tonight, I don't know that it'll make a difference. Richie Joplin on the attack might be the only one that can hang with or pass Pieper. He currently sits in 4th place, closing the gap on Kirchenbauer. Track temperature still holding at about 102 degrees at the moment. It has not cooled off, but it has not warmed up. It's at least relatively close to what they practiced in. Kirk Marble in second, having a great run tonight, and Kirk can definitely use it. Came into the night 11th in points, right there on the edge of the playoff bubble. Tonight will be a huge night for him. With Edmund Jones and Edmund Jones behind him, Mike Brown not here, DJ not here, using drop races. Could be a big, big night for second place Kirk Marble. Clay Kirchenbauer, meanwhile, sitting in third place, really needs a podium to try and hold on to this points lead, because the guy right behind him in the points is right behind him on track. Here comes Richie. And let's take a lap around with Clay Kirchenbauer, a little bobble as he comes out onto the front straightaway on the power down to the start-finish line. Heading down into turn number 1. On the brakes hard, left-hand turn. Ease back onto the power. We've seen how little grip these rear tires have here down into the International Horseshoe. Easing back onto the power. That turn has already bit several drivers. And headed down toward the kink, a little bobble on power again. Hard back onto the brake into the second horseshoe. Easing back onto the power, down the short chute, back out onto the NASCAR oval, into NASCAR turns 1 and 2. Another part of the track that gets very, very slick, as we've already seen, getting that transition up onto the banking. We even saw Clay bobbling a little bit under power. Down the back straightaway, heading toward the bus stop. Hard on the brakes, downshift into the bus stop, using as much as possible without exceeding track limits or hitting the sausages on both sides. Back on the throttle through turn NASCAR 3 and 4, down toward the NASCAR chicane. Headed down into the chicane. They've got to be careful. Those sausages can send the car flying on the power. And he's going to pit road. We're starting to see stops. 4 tires. Blake Viken has completed his pit stop. Edmund Jones as well. Now they can go 12 to 14 laps on a tank of fuel, but all the drivers were hating the tires after 9 or 10 laps. That's why so many are in already. Richie Joplin, though, has moved into third now, sets his sights on Kirk Marble, who is 9 seconds ahead. And Pieper is in lap traffic for the first time tonight. Cody Kennedy has had a problem. Kennedy coming out of that second horseshoe. Headed down into, oh, he just missed his corner entry. Gets a wee bit of the tires, but keeps on going. Kirk Marble gives up second. He's on pit road. Richie Jomplin is going to stay out. Richie Jomplin now back up into second. Sets his sights on Pieper. Almost 18 seconds ahead. Richie looks like he may be having some connection problems tonight. Oh, Colby Whipple now moves into third and immediately overshoots turn one. That may have been due to the fact cars were coming off pit road at the same time. He was coming around. His spotter may have said car left. He misunderstood and went entirely too wide. Edmund Jones now back out on track in seventh. Kirk Marble is back out on track, currently scored in third. And the leader is on pit road. Here comes Pieper. Richie Jomplin coming through 1 and 2. He's already led a lap for bonus points tonight. He is trying to reel in Pieper. He is coming in. Kirk Marble in third could, if he has the speed, take the lead here. Pieper already on his way out. Kirk headed across the start-finish line. And it looks like Kirk will move back into second place. Clay Kirchenbauer on his way to third. Richie Jomplin just now rolling off pit road. That was a long stop. Actually, his pit stop time was normal. I have no idea how Richie lost so much time on pit road. His pit stop time and his time on pit road were very similar to the rest of the field, but now Richie is now back in fifth, 2.5 seconds behind Edmund Jones in fourth. Edmund actually reeling in Clay Kirchenbauer now in third. Kirk Marble in second, now just 4.1 seconds behind the leader, Patrick Pieper. Four drivers not on the lead lap at the minute. Jacob Morgan, Brian Hewitt, that guy, and Dustin Slover not on the lead lap. They are just waiting for that stage break to get waved back to the lead lap. Meanwhile, Patrick Pieper continuing to put cars a lap down and is trying to reel in Aaron Brill. Kirk Marble just set the fastest lap of the race in second. and is the first driver to break the 156 mark tonight. 155.82. Our leader, Patrick Pieper's fastest lap, 156.37. Jeremy Edwards has had a problem back behind. Edwards coming out of the turn with Whipple back behind into the NASCAR. Oh, he just misses that right-hand turn for the chicane. Brian Hewitt has also had a problem. And again, coming out of the NASCAR chicane, looks like he was pointed toward pit road. Oh, that was Aaron Brill entering pit road, excuse me. There is Brian Hewitt coming out of the horseshoe on the power, sends it to the infield. How many times have we seen that here tonight? That second horseshoe, we've seen them slipping in a lot of different places, but that second horseshoe gets really greasy on the inside. It is extremely bumpy through there, and it is so easy. Just 1% too much power will send the car around. The car almost has to be straight on exit to work. Patrick Pieper, however, is not phased a bit. Pieper now closing in on 11th place, Aaron Brill. Aaron Brill is back on pit road. That is a bit unexpected, as we knew they would need a green flag pit stop before the stage break at lap 20, and will definitely need one after the stage break. Looks like Aaron may have just been serving a penalty. I don't believe he had any damage. Oh, even Pieper's starting to slide around just a little bit. But Kirk Marble has lost a lot of ground after setting that blistering lap and closing in on the leader. He is now 8 seconds back. And that guy has had a problem. Off into turn number 1. We saw him have issues here earlier as well. More than one person has been caught up by that turn. Does get into the wall, but a minor tap should not have any impact on the car, but several drivers do slip by. That guy currently holds on to 13th place. Jacob Morgan now in 12th, trying to reel in Aaron Brill in 11th. Tyler Ott still holding on in the top 10. Edmund Jones goes wide in 1 as Richie Joplin goes by. Richie now back on the attack, up to 4th. Just about 4 laps from that stage break. We'll see everybody in for 4 tires and fuel. And Dustin Slover has had a problem. Dustin coming out of that second horseshoe. And just overshoots the turn. Misses his braking point completely and slides it into the tires. Looks like minimal damage to the car, though. He does get it rolling once again. Richie Joplin in 4th, now reeling in Clay Kirchenbauer in 3rd, 6 seconds ahead. Edmund Jones trying to hold on to a top 5, but Cody Kennedy in 6th has the pace right now. Dustin, oh! Cody Kennedy on power out of the bus stop into the grass. Colby Whipple flies by and takes 6th. Kennedy in 7th coming up to speed, but Jeremy Edwards is reeling him in now. Dustin Slover and that guy have both had another problem. There's Slover. Heading into the NASCAR chicane once again. Another driver just misses it. That guy headed into the International Horseshoe. On the power, goes around, does a donut, and sends it on its way. Blake Viken has just completed a stop, and I have to wonder if this is a strategy move. He will not need to stop under that stage break. He has tires and fuel now. Everybody will need a stop in the second half of this race. Him pitting a few laps before might give him track position up front. Robert, you may not be far off on this one if Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo's strategy here works. And looks like it is going to be the strategy of more than one as Clay Kirchenbauer is on pit road. And they are taking 4 tires and fuel. Colby Whipple's doing it too. Several drivers taking advantage here, hopping to pit road is right before that stage break. Get their 4 tires and fuel, take advantage of track position. Will we see Patrick Pieper, Kirk Marble, or Richie Joplin in now is the question. Hey, and again, I know Patrick Pieper, it's shown on his car, get well, Mom. Just want to say, I know he told us before the race his mom is in the hospital. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, Pieper's mom. Aaron Brill and Edmund Jones have both had problems. Oh, Brill just... That's a first that we have seen somebody cut that chicane. At least cut it like that. Edmund Jones headed out toward the NASCAR banking, and another one who just misses his braking point. Bobbles under power but gets it rolling again. And they are under caution now for that stage break. We should see quite a few drivers back on pit road, but now we're about to see if this strategy some of these drivers have been seeing pays off. Some of these drivers hitting pit road right before the stage break to take advantage of 4 tires, fuel, and maybe get themselves a little track position. We will see from 10th place Tyler Ott on back, get a wave around, putting him back on the lead lap. Those wave arounds will take a minute though. Green flag laps take about 2 minutes here, as here they come to Brian Hewitt headed to pit road. It looks like Hewitt realized pit road was closed and stayed out. Looked like Kirk Marble may have had an incident at pit road entry. Looked like there was a bit of chaos as they came through the NASCAR chicane back to the start. Whoa! Yeah, he was turning, aiming for pit road entry. Jacob Morgan also racing his way around to catch up to the field. Just too much power, not enough grip. And he continued on to do a caution, or to do a burnout. And my apologies, folks. I do not know where my brain is tonight, but hopefully we're back to normal tomorrow for Home Motorsports. Everybody getting stacked up at the front of the field behind the Porsche pace car. We know that Patrick Pieper, Kirk Marble, Richie Joplin, Edmund Jones, and Cody Kennedy, the top 5, all need to come in to take tires and fuel. Clay Kirchenbauer was one of the drivers pitting just before the caution. Jeremy Edwards in 7th will need to come in. Blakey Poo may not. Colby Whipple also may not need to. Tyler Ott will need to come to pit road. That guy is on pit road at this moment, and expect once pit stops are complete to see several drivers getting waved around. We've seen this strategy play out in other races in the past. It's kind of a hit and miss. We'll see if it works for any of the drivers here tonight. It kind of reminds you of the Le Mans 24 Hours this year, watching that little bitty Porsche lead these big stock cars around. And here comes Pieper, Kirk Marble, Richie Joplin, Edmund Jones, Cody Kennedy, Jeremy Edwards all in. Clay Kirchenbauer staying out. The track position advantage here could be huge, as some of these drivers will have to fight their way out, and let's see if we can get a word here in just a second. We'll let him get back out on track, and we'll try and get a word with our leader. Let's see if we can talk to Patrick Pieper. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how you doing, Doug?
Hey, good, man. First off, let's talk about the paint scheme. Obviously, your mom not feeling the greatest.
No, she's not feeling too well. She had a little bit of a fall on Sunday, and she broke her tibia. And, she's been recuperating, and last night she had another little thing that wasn't really related to that. Maybe it was a gallbladder issue, but she's been in a lot of pain. So, I mean, it's kind of tough because Wednesdays are a day where my daughter goes to daycare. And so what I'm going to start doing after this week is I'm going to start going over to her house and taking care of her. So I might be here every other week or every 2 weeks or something from now on. But Mom, if you're watching, I love you. Just thank you for everything that you've done as far as motivating me for racing. Not necessarily on here, but just in real life. Yeah, I mean, like I said, get well. I love you, Mom, and that's about it. I'm trying to stay focused right now, just because I got Richie behind me. I know he's fast, and we had a little bit of history last race, so.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but man, you've been just extremely dominant. Granted, Richie had a problem earlier. But your lap times just seem to be not the fastest. Kirk Marble had that, but definitely one of the most consistent.
Yeah, no, I've just been trying to hit my marks. There's been a few times where I really don't like that last chicane coming into the tri-oval. I really don't like it. I mean, when I was practicing, I was like hitting it every time, but I kind of figured out the right line to try and snake through it. But it's still pretty tough to miss one because if you hit the first one, you're definitely going to hit the second one, it seems like.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. And man, you've nailed it just about right every time. And it's been an impressive show. We've seen you. Everybody's bobbling here tonight on power. Obviously, the really slick spots on the track coming out of the horseshoes, but it just seems like you've got it nailed down. We're not seeing the extreme lift when you start to bobble. It just seems like you can get the power down smoother than everybody.
It sounds weird, but when I did the 24, I did it in the GTP, and you had to be really smooth on the throttle in that thing. And so it's even though that's a very high downforce car, and this isn't, it kind of translates a little bit just because you have to be really, really slow on the throttle. But it's really hard because I've got a really soft gas pedal. So
that would be problematic. I have very soft hand controls. I understand completely. Well, man, best of luck. Hopefully we talk to you in Victory Lane later tonight, and best wishes. What was your mom's name?
Her name's Ingrid.
Well, I do know for a fact Ingrid is watching and cheering for you, and good luck, buddy.
All right, hi, Mom.
Well, there you go, Ingrid. He's going for it, and he's going to win it for you tonight. Kirk Marble, Blake Veakin, and Jeremy Edwards are back on pit road. This may have been a fuel stop. All of them were in for fuel. Do they think they can make it 18 laps? It'll be... They may go green with about 16 laps to go. We may see even more drivers duck down pit road before this is over. And let's see if we can get a quick word with Kirk Marble. Hey, Kirk, it's Doug. You got me?
Yeah, what's up, Doug?
Hey, I have to say, man, that is a blistering lap that you set earlier for your best lap, man. Can you kick off a few of those, get back up there, and give Peeper and Clay a run?
Well, maybe if I didn't, my steering wheel is no longer aligned straight, and I don't know what happened. I was doing some drifting under the yellow flag there, and I think I messed something up. So we're about to see how it goes.
Well, man, you've had a great run all night. You've been up there in the top three. You've obviously pissed off setting some of you guys back, but now you got to fight through this traffic, and some of these guys are going to be a little bit slower and a little bit more worn tires. How are you feeling about your chances getting back up here?
It's a real slick one. I feel like I got pretty good chances. As long as I get used to this new 3 o'clock steering ratio I have.
Well, man, hopefully that works out for you. Maybe it'll make you a little bit faster, buddy. But best of luck, and man, you've looked fast out there, especially considering you're in a Ford.
Thanks, Doug. Yeah, Ford all the way.
Is it an LS swapped Ford like most Mustangs?
Yeah.
Man, good luck. You've had a great run so far, buddy.
All right, thanks, Doug.
All right, Kirk Marble will restart back in 8th. Patrick Pieper managed to come on pit road in 2nd, but Clay Kirchenbauer is going to lead him down, and Clay is no slouch on road courses himself. Clay definitely knows how to run these road courses and get the best out of these cars. See if we can get a quick word with Clay while they've got another pace lap. Hey, Clay, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, I got you, Doug. What's up?
Hey, it's been an interesting one tonight, but you're in the lead and you have been quite fast all night. You got something to hold Pieper behind you?
Not a chance, Doug. Not a chance. In fact, my goal here is to get through this first lap or two clean. I think Richie and Cody are probably my biggest competition. I don't know what happened to Kirk, but I'm assuming he'll be back up here too. So, I got a 900 and something road racing IR, so I don't claim to be a road racer. So a podium finish would be like a win for me.
8:57 to be exact.
Oh boy.
And still, I think better than mine, buddy. So, Man, it's been a wild race out there tonight.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot. I mean, I tell you what, as far as track difficulty goes, I think this is one of the toughest we've ever been on in this series. Just the amount of concentration it takes to not screw up corner after corner, and it's so easy to blow a corner. I said something to another driver going down the front straightaway and just lost where I was and blew turn one, and just the chat's been pretty quiet here under green.
I can only imagine, man. Good luck. It's been really entertaining watching you. We rode a lap with you and saw how hard you guys are working tonight. Hopefully you can get that podium, bud.
I'm going to do my best here.
Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Clay Kirchenbauer, sounding like chat is very, very quiet tonight as a lot of concentration. Oh, Robert, always. You can count on me for that. Guys, don't forget to be following us on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. We have our next big event as part of the 2024 MS Society fundraiser coming in the net. We're going to announce it in the next few days. And folks, it's bigger than even I imagined. I was stunned when I got the email back from iRacing this morning and the help they are providing us. So we are going to get this done one way or another. You can find the link to our fundraiser on our Facebook page. It is in the pinned post. And it'll go out again as we announce the big stuff coming soon. Robert, you are correct. Jeremy Edwards, Blake Veekin were in last time, topped off on fuel one more time. They are going to try and go. They're going to have to be really easy on those tires. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. They are going to the finish from here. 16 laps to go. And now 12 cars back on the lead lap as they are side by side through one. Everybody makes it out of the S's safely. Edmund Jones has a close call. And Pieper has the nose ahead. Now Pieper is clear into the lead. Oh, Richie's around. He finally gets it gathered up. And Pieper goes wide in the second horseshoe. We'll take a look at all this lap's incidents after they complete it. As we saw on lap one of this one, things get hairy. Kirk Marble is back up in the top three, right on the bumper of Cody Kennedy. These two are teammates. This might be the one thing that can shut Pieper's run down. Clay Kirchenbauer now back in fourth, Edmund in fifth, into the bus stop. The top three have a little breathing room. Clay almost a second back. Into the NASCAR chicane. The top 6 or 7 cars there still fairly close. Blakey Poo back in 7th now. And Pieper leads it at the line, and we had multiple incidents on that lap. Let's see what all happened. Richie Joplin, Clay Kirchenbauer side by side out of the International Horseshoe. That was close. Was there contact? Looking down from the blimp. Yeah, I believe there was a little contact there. Several drivers skirting by on that one. That guy had a problem coming down the back straightaway into the bus stop. Just on the power and drifts it out. Does the donut, takes off. Patrick Pieper just ahead of that incident in the lead. He just overshot the kink into that second horseshoe. And Blakey Boo Snickerdoodle Boo Boo heading off into turn one. Just sends it a little too deep, a little too much, drifts it out of one. Pieper out front, Tyler Ott, Jeremy Edwards have had a problem back behind, as has Brian Hewitt. See if we can see where Brian Hewitt's problem began. Oh, Brian just into the bus stop. First time we have seen a problem going into it tonight. Have seen quite a few problems in the bus stop. Tyler Ott coming down into the NASCAR chicane. Oh, there was a bit of contact there. Watch Jeremy Edwards, look like he had a really good run down into the NASCAR chicane. He was gonna send it, gets the sausage and gets Hewitt. Or I'm sorry, gets Tyler Ott. Brian Hewitt is on pit road. He did tow it in. Patrick Pieper out front by 2.1 seconds over Cody Kennedy and Kirk Marble. Richie Joplin and Blake Viken are in for their final stop. Jeremy Edwards is on pit road for his final stop. They can all go the distance from here. The car does not appear to be up for tires. Blake did not take tires, nor did Richie Joplin, nor did Jeremy Edwards. We may be seeing fuel-only stops in the second half of this race. We saw Jacob Morgan having problems earlier on in the race, but that 24 car back in the fight is up 7 spots into 7th. Can he hold on to it? Given the paint scheme he is running there, he's got Ray Evernham up on the box. And that old school 24 team definitely knew how to get it done on a road course. Pieper's lead continuing to grow. Cody Kennedy, Kirk Marble still sitting in second and third. They are not gaining any real ground. These two are teammates working together. They will have the advantage on the straightaways, the draft working together, but it doesn't seem to be enough. Edmund Jones in fourth, Clay Kirchenbauer in fifth. Those two still nose to tail as well. Colby Whipple, who's been playing the strategy game, up to sixth now and closing the gap on the cars ahead. Jacob Morgan in seventh, Tyler Ott now in eighth, Richie Joplin in ninth after his stop, Beacon also in 10th. And it appears Cody Kennedy is having connection problems. And that guy has had a problem. Coming through the kink and just gets loose. Goes outside the track, goes to visit some fans. Says hello to the fans and gets back out on... Nope. Now he's doing celebratory donuts. Wait, he is making sure the fans get everything they paid for and then some. You got to give it to Ryan McDaniel. He is making sure the fans get one heck of an experience at Daytona. Oh! Kirk Marble is around the car, is dead. Let's see if we can see what happened. Did he bump off the wall there coming out of turn 4 down into the NASCAR chicane? Oh, gets the first sausage, gets the second sausage, and kisses the wall. Jeremy Edwards also having a problem. Coming back out. Oh, just overshoots the corner into the tire barrier. Richie Joplin is back on pit road. What in the world is going on out here? He is up for tires this time. And with all the chaos back behind, Patrick Pieper now has a 9-second lead over Edmund. Hey, thanks for the call out, Robert. I'm glad you noticed it, buddy. Cody Kennedy has gotten reconnected. He is back out on track, but is now all the way in 10th. And Pieper's lead keeps growing. Edmund now 10 seconds back in second. Clay Kirchenbauer in third. 2 seconds back. Colby Whipple in fourth. Tyler Ott in fifth. Blake now up into sixth. Jacob Morgan still holding on to 7th. Jeremy Edwards currently in 8th. Richie Joplin now in 9th. Cody Kennedy in 10th. That guy currently holding on to 11th. Aaron Brill in 12th. Kirk Marble 13th. Hewitt in 14th. Both sitting on pit road. Dustin Slover out of the race in 15th. Ingrid, I think he's racing for you tonight, ma'am. Hope you get to feeling better. Pieper already headed toward lap traffic. Jacob Morgan has had a problem. Wow. Pieper makes the pass on Ryan in the bus stop. Pete Petticherin on Colby Whipple, who has now made his way up into 4th. Whipple still needs to come to pit road. Looks like he is playing out a different pit strategy. Let's see what just happened with Jacob Morgan. Headed down toward the International Horseshoe, overshoots the horseshoe. Tries to get the cameraman. Misses. And Jeremy Edwards appears to have had a problem. Trying to see where Jeremy Edwards' problems began. Coming through the infield, down toward the kink. Makes the kink fine. Into the second horseshoe. Headed toward NASCAR 1 and 2. And his engine just let go. Likely too much damage. Edmund Jones is in for his pit stop. Clay Kirchenbauer headed in. Colby Whipple in 4th. Blakey Poo in 5th. Tyler Ott 6th. Richie Joplin now to 7th. Jacob Morgan back in 8th. Richie Joplin, we saw him charging earlier in the race after he had an incident at lap 1 on the restart. Same area, different incident. Out of the International Horseshoe. Goes to the back of the lead lap, but just does not seem to have the same fight. Edmund Jones did a fuel-only stop, is now in 2nd. Tyler Ott is on pit road. Clay Kirchenbauer currently sitting in 3rd. After his stop, Colby Whipple in 4th has also just completed his. Patrick Pieper, the only car in the top 5, still needing to make a stop. He has a 34 second lead at the moment. Richie Joplin has just taken over 6 from Ott. Trying to reel in Blake, 6 seconds ahead. Pieper's lead currently 34.1 seconds. The average time on pit road from pit road entry to pit road exit tonight is 40 seconds. He needs to either extend the lead or conserve fuel and skip the stop. Hey, good evening, Mark D'Antuma. Mark cheering on Richie Joplin here tonight. Rumor has it Mark the Man D'Antuma will be behind the wheel in X-Count in a race very soon at Long Beach. And of course, wishing Richie Joplin his happy birthday, 59th birthday of 2024. Aaron Brill has had a problem. Headed down the front straightaway toward turn 1, just overshoots corner entry. Gets it turned and going again, but loses a lot of ground. You heard Patrick and Clay both talking about the amount of concentration this race is taking in these cars at this track. It is a whole different beast than running the 24 hours of Daytona here. For one, in the 24 hours of Daytona, you have a car built for road racing, and you don't have the NASCAR chicane. That guy has had another problem. Into the second horseshoe right behind Richie Joplin. Just on the power goes around. How many times have we seen that one tonight coming out of that horseshoe? Oh, heartbreaking for Kirk Marble. His wheel has given up the ghost. Heartbreak for a guy who was running, looking at a podium finish here tonight. We knew after that stage break, the wheel was no longer straight. It was pointed to 3 o'clock. He was still laying down some great laps with Cody Kennedy. However, sounds like that's all she wrote for tonight. Patrick Pieper comes across the line, 5 laps to go. The question now is, when does Pieper come to pit road? He did not stop and top off on fuel at any point under the caution, so you have to wonder, does he think he can go the distance, or is he waiting, just going to get a splash of gas, no tires, and just take off? Edmund Jones in second took a Edmund took only a splash of fuel on his stop. Clay Kirchenbauer in third took 4 tires in fuel. Colby Whipple in fourth, Richie Joplin in fifth. Both took 4 tires in fuel as well. Blakey Pooh Snickerdoodle Boo Boo sits in sixth. That was a fuel-only stop for him. Tyler Ott in seventh, also a fuel-only. Cody Kennedy did have the connection problems, which would put him back into eighth. He is reeling in seventh place, Tyler Ott at the moment. And here he comes. Pieper is in. Edmund Jones about 37 seconds back. This may come down to what Pieper does on pit road. He is in his stall. Fuel only. He is away. A 4.3 second pit stop, fuel only, no tires. Edmund Jones in second, closed a bit of the gap there, but still over 16 seconds behind. Clay Kirchenbauer in third is starting to reel in Edmund Jones. Colby Whipple still holding on to fourth. Richie Joplin is faster at the moment than all 4 cars ahead of him, but he is 23 seconds behind Whipple. Blake currently sitting in 6th. Cody Kennedy in 7th. Tyler Ott in 8th. Kennedy and Ott having a little bit of a battle here. Kennedy going to take the spot. Remember, he was running up in second place when he lost connection. Trying to make up some of what he lost here. After pit stops, Pieper holds the lead by 16.3 seconds. Three laps to go for Patrick Pieper. He has dominated this race all night long. You have to wonder, if not for that stage break, would he have lapped the entire field? He had already lapped up to 10th place. Before that, only 9 cars left on the lead lap right now. Jacob Morgan in 9th. Not that far ahead of Pieper. Pieper's biggest concern right now, lap traffic. Ryan moving over, letting the leader get by. I can confirm, Mark, I've seen your paint scheme. Cody Kennedy now up into 7th, trying to recover some ground. Blake was gaining on Richie Joplin till a couple laps ago, then Richie has checked out. Thankfully, Richie back in the Chevy tonight. It was disturbing seeing him in a Ford last week. Colby Whipple has had a very quiet, consistent night, holding on to fourth. A great points night. Colby came in tonight fourth in points, right behind Jeremy Root, Richie Jomplin, and Clay Kirchenbauer. Ahead of Austin Hakes. A lot of drivers are using drop races for tonight. It'll be interesting to see how the points play out. Still several races left to go before the playoffs start. Next week we will be at Michigan. That one's going to be a fun one. Hey, good evening, Becky. Mark, don't be spreading lies. Becky, how is your trip going? Pieper has extended his lead once again, now 20 seconds over Edmond. Clay back in third is reeling Edmond in. 2.5 seconds back. Will he be able to get there in time? Into the NASCAR chicane. Patrick Pieper comes out. Barney the flag man pulling out that white flag. One more time around for Patrick Pieper. Oh! Ryan just completely missed the NASCAR chicane. He has come to a complete stop right there where Edmond was exiting. That was close. Clay Kirchenbauer in third, now just over 2 seconds behind Edmond. Pieper, meanwhile, almost a 21-second lead over Edmond. Clay in third. Still reeling him in little by little. I can imagine. Jacob Morgan pulling low, letting Pieper get by. He will have no more lap traffic to contend with after he clears the 24. Are they? Nope. I was beginning to think Jacob was going to race him. Out of the bus stop, just the NASCAR chicane to go. You heard how emotional he was, worried about his mom. He wanted the win for her tonight, and as he goes through the NASCAR chicane, Patrick Pieper, whoa, a little bobble on exit. Those tires are shot. It's not a bobble. He is weaving and waving at mom. Patrick Pieper gets it done at Daytona. Edmond Jones coming out of the chicane. He is going to hold Clay, a hard charging Clay off to come home second. Clay Kirchenbauer finishes third. Let's talk to our top three. Clay, that last few laps, you were really reeling him in.
Yeah, I had to take tires there because I was running out of talent real fast. So, happy with the podium. And, man, I'm exhausted.
I can imagine that car was a handful out there all night. Everybody was fighting it, but man, a great job.
Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. My left ankle's really sore. I'm soaked in sweat. So, a lot of fun, though. Man, just I know this is not my cup of tea, but just so much fun. Had a great time.
Well, you got it done. Came home with the podium. That's what you wanted. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah, I think that's 5 straight top 3s without a win, so hopefully one around the corner.
Let's not start that streak again.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
All right. Great job tonight, man.
Appreciate it. See
Clay coming home in third. Edmund Jones coming home in second. Edmund, quite a run for second, but it got a little scary there late in the race.
Yeah, I was running for my life with Clay. He had fresh tires. I took just fuel on that last run, and man, I was regretting it. I had no laps coming into tonight.
Did not seem to matter at all, though. You had a great run starting in ninth, coming home with second. You still there? Okay, it appears we lost Edmund. Let's see if we can get a word with our winner. Hey, Patrick, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how you doing, Doug?
Hey, nice celebration coming to the line. I'm guessing you were waving at Mom.
Yep, I was definitely waving at Mom.
Well, great job. She did say, hooray for Patrick Pieper. She's definitely proud of you tonight, buddy.
All right, thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. And like I said, I appreciate you, Doug, for bouncing here. I appreciate all the guys that run this league. I mean, it feels really good to, like I said, finally get the monkey off my back and get a Wednesday night win.
It is long overdue. A great job and best wishes for your mom, bud.
Thank you.
Patrick Pieper gets it done at Daytona. Wins one for his mom in a very, we heard how emotional he was earlier, and obviously a big celebration here tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We will be back at 7 Eastern tomorrow night. Home Motorsports will be out on track. We will have the community convoy at 8 Eastern tomorrow night as well, and there will be a community convoy tomorrow morning. So if you're a trucker, come join in. Thank you guys so much. Best wishes to Ingrid and the entire Pieper family. Have a great night, everybody.